All right, so we got it tilted. We're setting the suspension up front and rear. So, yeah. So I got it tilted, and then I'll drop the shock out so we can drop the lower down. These aren't the tires I'm going to be using. Lethal Racing USA is sponsoring us for wheels and tires. So shout out to them. Hit them up if you need anything. Jackson's a badass, and their whole team is. So we're super pumped to run 23s this year. We've got the back set exactly 14 inches. And we've got the front exactly at 25 inches to top a bumper. So we're gonna lower this lower control arm down and then set our ball joints up and see where we're at with that. But yeah, it's gonna be freaking sick. And if you can see, it is pretty much perfectly level. It does have a slight upward slope because I'd rather have it go up than down. I'd rather it not move, but yeah. So I'm gonna keep moving along with this. I'm not exactly sure how much we tilted it. Between the flap and the original weld was about 1/2 inch, but I think it turned out pretty good. So we're gonna keep on moving with it. I gotta tear that motor down over there. Kenny's gonna be here in a minute. So the next clip, you probably won't see that engine in, and we should have the frame just about done. My brother's gonna stop by my house and see if the trailing arms are there so we can put the rear end in. But yeah, I am psyched. We've got a ton of good sponsors this year. Jackson with Lethal Racing USA, Lethal Racing USA. They're doing the tires for the car. And then I want to give a shout out to NLR for getting me parts super fast. And man, I'd have to write a list down. I've got way more sponsors than I ever have in the past, but I know there's Impact Rentals. They're in Payson, Utah. And then Harman Tire always helps me out. If we need anything mounted, they do it for us. And then MHC Sign and Design does the door wraps and roof signs for all the cars. And a guy named Ryan, I believe, he built the trailing arms. But I'll do a much better video with all the sponsors because I can't name them all off the top of my head. And then there's CMS, Custom Metal Solutions in Orem. Tyler sponsored us. That piece of 5x5 for the dash bar, and then 2 more pieces of 5x5 about 6 feet long to put wherever we need to in the cage. So shout out to those guys. I'm sure I'm missing just a few, but I'll get a better list so I don't miss anybody and sound a little bit more organized. But so you get 14 inches total weld on the tilt. I haven't even measured. I just weld where the original weld was. So we'll take a tape out, see how we're looking. So we've got 4 inches there, 3 inches there, and then 3.5-ish. It's pretty close. Yeah, so we could actually weld 2 more inches. We might weld this bit, and maybe a couple inches in here. Or maybe maybe this back here, maybe touch on this a little bit. But now I don't know what way the phone's supposed to go. Yeah, so the front tire's not touching. So everything's set up exactly how it's gonna sit once the ball joint's in. And the rear end, once the rear end's in. Personally, I've only ran 23s once. And it was on a really soft track. And I was watching Heber the other night. And it doesn't look like anybody got stuck. So I'm hoping it'll be about the same conditions this year. And then we'll be golden to run 23s. If not, the way I've got the level playing field set up is if the track is crappy, then I can also switch over to 20. I've got a set of 27s as well that I've already got that we can throw on the car and still have all the same geometry. It'll sit 2 inches taller, but if the track's soft, we'll dig in a little bit, and then the bumper, hopefully the trunk still goes good. But yeah, fun stuff. So I'll give you guys an update a little later in the day. Hopefully we'll have the rear end in and maybe the front bumper. I'm more worried about the suspension. So I'll let you know how it goes.